They don't want anything for nothing. They do their, I'm talking about immigrants now. I'm not talking about, because I'm second generation American, so it's like we're more removed from
Yep.
the motherland. Although you're talking to somebody who's been back 19 times and married a girl from there, so it's like, so it's a very interesting scenario of American Albanians and immigrants who now, and a huge population of immigrants who, with the grace of God, will end up taking over this and maintaining an identity. I mean, certainly the focus here at St. Mary's should be our orthodoxy, but also to maintain an identity as an ethnic group that came to America, that immigrated to America.
You was right, but
Yeah, the 9th or the 25th. And you take it out, and it's for good health, and you make a wish, but it's also for good health. And so you take off your bracelet, and you put it up in a tree somewhere in your yard or somewhere, and you pray that a bird takes that bracelet and makes their nest with it. And if they do that, it's like, it's good luck, good health, good. It's just a nice, but it's pagan. It's not. I mean, it's not anything about being Christian or Muslim. It's just a pagan thing that's a remnant of many hundreds of years. But they still do it. Albanians still do it.
Is there anything else similar to that?
Well, there's tons of traditions.
Was there anything mainly towards healthcare? Were there any like old folklores or anything that, you know, like your grandmother gave you a spoonful of sugar to get rid of hip cups or anything else? Like
well, we have different kind of things. For example, you know, we never have a medication like you guys here. You know, we used to get sick. We used to make the tea, our own tea. You know, like.
What was the tea made out of?
Oh yeah, you have so many kinds. You have
Different things.
Different.
My father-in-law was
From bay leaves. You can
yeah.
use it.
My father-in-law was a holistic doctor. He used to have all kinds of things.
You said he lived in Albania, right?
Yes,
Your wife's
he
from
lived in
Albania?
my wife's father. He's passed. He has since passed.
Oh yeah, he was.
But he was, I mean, very well known in the city that they're all from, Korcha. Very well known, and he did tons of things that the family has kind of kept on. For example, if someone has pneumonia, what they do is they go out to the woods and they find some worms. They got to be a certain kind of white worm that they wash them first, and then they smash them together, and they take the juice and they put it in something, and they give it to you, and it's supposed to cure you. I mean, it's supposed to cure you of pneumonia. Another thing that
What do you know about the outcomes?
Huh?
What do you know about the outcomes?
Oh, people survive. Old people, people that they say
I'm sorry, I
February.
didn't mean to laugh too. It's just so
It's hysterical.
different, you know.
They wanted to do it to me. I got sick while I was there. I said, "Get away from me! I'd rather die than drink that
It's my
juice from those
antibiotics.
worms." Yeah.
Yeah, like we used to say we used to get sick, like he got very cold. We used to get the glasses, and we a little bit.
But they do that now.
Cotton, and a little bit of alcohol.
You take
What was the first word?
glasses. You take a glass, a little rounded glass. I mean, there was some there somewhere. A little round glass, and then you take a little part of a piece of cotton. With alcohol on it, and you stick it inside the glass, you light it, and you put it on someone if they've got pneumonia, so you put it on their backs until eventually it goes out, and it leaves a black ring
And
on
the
your
blood
body,
is coming by
and it
itself.
takes out the
They can tell you.
infection. And it works.
Does that burn your back?
Nothing, no.
Well, it leaves a mark. It leaves
Mark,
a,
red
it, ma-
mark.
a red mark. It doesn't go away for a few days.
You guys are
but
tough.
yeah. They also have.
Lucky.
Yeah, then they have this raki. It's homemade. It's like white lightning, or what Americans would call moonshine. It's white lightning, made with grapes, or you can make it with mana, which are mulberries. And you can use it as, like in the place of Vicks, they use it. They gargle with it. They rub it on, they put it on a piece of hand-done wool. It has to be wool fabric. And you put it on the front of the chest or on the back. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks at Memorial Hospital with sciatica. And I have a chronic sciatica. It goes from here all the way down. The only thing that gave me relief was my wife took one of my wool scarves, a $60 wool scarf. She doused it in that raki, that moonshine,
Alcohol.
and she put black pepper, and she put it on me. For a few seconds, it was excruciatingly cold, and then it got excruciatingly hot, and After 2 days of that, I was cured. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, medication, out of it. 2 weeks of that, and I was cured. And that's the honest to God truth. It's amazing. And there's a lot of, especially.
And you haven't experienced it since, or did it come back?
Well, not to the. I mean, I couldn't walk. I mean, I was hospitalized.
So do you still do the treatment if it does?
I haven't had to.
Oh,
Why do you
wow.
have to say that? Knock on wood.
I know.
Please, no.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's a million of Rebecca. I wish Rebecca was here. She'd know a million. Her father does a. There's something with a red root that they do that is for burning. If you have a burn, if you get a burn. And her mother always sends us the uncle and my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, Olivia, they still make it. They still go, the uncle goes out, the 85-year-old uncle goes up to the woods and finds the roots that his brother taught him to get, gets the roots, and they prepare it. It's done with butter, and it becomes like a pink little pasty thing. And if you burn yourself, within a day it's gone. I mean, I'm not joking. Within a day it's gone. It's like really amazing.
They have so many things.
You should write a book.
You can get.
He was very famous. I'm going to be fresh, but not really that fresh. But he was famous for women who breastfed, and they became the breast became infected, and so it was like excruciating pain. He would teach the husband what he needed to do to take out all the infection from the breast. And it's like when he died, we had 500 people come to us. She came to our. Everyone said, he taught us that. And I used to tease him all the time. I used to say, I don't want any money. Not that they had any money in Albania. It's poor. But I said, I don't want any money. Just teach me how to do that. I said, because I can be rich. I'll be like famous in Albania for doing that. But there was a thing that he taught. He wouldn't do it because it involved, touching, and that the Albanians are very respectful. But he would tell the husband what he needed to do, and the woman would be cured without antibiotics. It's interesting. It's really
Our
interesting.
kids grow up with feeding, but it's not like here, so you need to feed with a different 9 months. We need to keep, and still we keep in our kids feeding.
Yeah, they
No,
don't
it's
wait
not like
with
here.
they don't wait until Albanians don't wait with with the baby food.
No.
It's all
Natural.
a raw egg every morning beaten till it becomes frothy, and they feed that to a baby every day. It was like when I saw my wife's them doing it to my wife. Now I'm going, oh my God, this kid's cholesterol. He just won 4th place in Athens as a runner. 4th place. He won 4th place in actually it was all of the Balkans. They had a thing, and he won. Christy, his name is. He's a big, tall, skinny little kid, and he won. So it's like it's really amazing. They do more natural. Everything is more natural. Everything. To live in that whole thing. So it's a.
So do they have that kind of surgery there?
No,
You wouldn't want to have. You'd go to
No, I know, but if
the
they
cheapest
don't
place
have
that
any-
you would go. You can do. There are people that do it in Tirana. There are people that do
But they're
bypass
not doing
surgery.
this kind of surgery, no matter what. I can tell you about my mother. Knee replacement. No way. Never gonna be done.
Could not find a
surgery.
doctor in Albania to do it?
No. One woman that Venera, Rebecca's cousin Venera, her roommate in Boston. The mother very wealthy. Some people have made money in Albania, and she couldn't do any surgery in Albania. Heart bypass she needed. A valve. It was a valve. She went to Turkey to have it done, and that's like.
Turkish, Greek, you can go